everyone. It is 7:46 on Wednesday, September 15th. I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Molaris and Ed Matthews.
Yeah, halfway through the month, it is crazy to think how fast the end of summer is flying. It's almost officially fall next week. Ed, we're just not feeling like fall yet.
Not really feeling a lot like fall as heat and humidity has kind of come back. And we'll check that 7-day in just a minute. But I want to continue to talk about Nicholas. Nicholas has weakened to a depression, but it ain't over along the Gulf Coast as more heavy rain and flooding rain is falling over Louisiana, but now some of that heavy rain is moving into central and especially southern areas of Mississippi and even southwestern areas of Alabama. The system, the remnant low, is moving to the east at only 3 miles per hour. It's basically stationary. And it's in a position where the counterclockwise wind circulation, it continues to funnel in just a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. Easily 15 to 20 inches of rain are possible over the next several days. And look at the track, if you can call this a track. It moves from where it's at now in southwestern Louisiana to central Louisiana by Friday. So this is going to be a real problem. This story is not over with yet. The winds have died down, but the rain is going to continue along the Gulf Coast for the next several days at least, and some of that will start to move into Alabama and even the panhandle of Florida. Right now it looks as though that deepest layer of moisture will stay well south of the triad. Only the outer fringes of the moisture moves our way in the form of extra clouds today and especially tomorrow and Friday and on into Saturday. But the shower chance for us is really pretty low. The cold front out to our west is going to slip to our north, so will not be a factor in Piedmont weather. And that little L that you see off the southeast coast may, and I emphasize may, develop as a depression over the next day or so. We'll continue to keep an eye on it. Some of the models are suggesting that there will be some very gradual development. If it does develop, it is forecast to stay offshore as it tracks to the north and then on to the northeast. But we'll keep an eye on it for you. So all this means for the Piedmont, just some extra clouds beginning this afternoon. Temperatures into the mid-80s, a late day shower. But note the fairly low shower chances right on through the weekend, about a 30 to 40% chance. Extra clouds tomorrow and Friday will hold our high temperatures into the lower 80s. We're looking at mid-80s over the weekend, and I've been saying don't write off the weekend. You'll just have to dodge a few afternoon showers, but I'd go ahead and go with those outdoor plans. That's what it's looking like in the Triad 7-day forecast.
I had no idea Nicholas was moving so slowly.
Crawling. Yeah, it's really slowed down, and that was expected. The computer models did really pretty well in forecasting that it would really slow down, and how long it hangs around is anybody's guess, but it's in a position where it's continuing to draw a lot of moisture from the Gulf, and I don't think the story of Nicholas is over with yet.
Yeah, that's really upsetting because that area of Louisiana, especially that part of the Gulf, does not need any more rain. They're still just starting to recover from Ida a couple weeks ago. And Ed, as you explained, the slower these storms move, especially if they're rain producers, the more rain they dump, the more flooding you have. And the people who live in these places cannot catch a break.
That's right. You know, it doesn't matter the strength in terms of winds. If you've got a fast-moving hurricane, it's likely not going to dump a whole lot of rain, but a very slow remnant low, or in this case, tropical depression, if it's crawling, it can dump several rains. That's what happened with Harvey. You remember Harvey over Houston, Texas? It came ashore and it just meandered around there for days and days and days, and they continued to get severe flooding rain.
Wow. Whew. Well, it doesn't matter, I guess, the category of the storm if it's going to just sit there for days.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
All right, Ed, thanks for keeping us updated on that. I'm sure it's going to be a topic for the next few days. Right now, we're going to get into one other topic that's trending. Apple security. So an Apple cyber flaw is exposing an urgent threat and prompting an immediate warning. Apple wants you to download the emergency software update now.
So we want to know, how do you protect your cybersecurity? Already some good comments here coming in on our feed. Maybe you do the updates regularly. Maybe you change your passwords to make them more complex. Maybe you use some kind of a cyber protection service on your desktop computer. Let us know in the comments below.
So this cyber flaw poses a threat to all non-updated Apple products. Apple found this loophole that would allow hackers to get into your device without you ever clicking on any links. The hacker can install spyware on your devices and then steal your information and your data. The only way to protect your device is to download the update. So go into your settings, find your software updates, and download it. In some cases, even if you have them set up automatically to update, you still need to go in and start the new software update manually.
So we asked, how do you protect your cybersecurity? This viewer texted us saying, updated my iPhone immediately after you guys reported on this. I check for updates on my phone at least once a week. That's a good idea. We've heard some other comments here coming in, some funny ones. Jessica said, everything will open only with my face. I'm assuming she has the new Apple products that open with your facial detection, recognition, whatever it's called. Yeah, I still have my iPhone 6 or 7, so not that fancy yet. Jessica also said, I run a candle business, so my whole life is on my phone. I change my passwords, update things as much as I can. That's pretty much what I do too. Try to update passwords regularly, probably why I can never remember what they are and have to always do the password resets.
Yeah.
But that's always a good idea, at least maybe once or twice a month. And then obviously the software updates. I had to go into my settings though to look for that update yesterday. So I'm glad that all of this was out there, the information about it. Because yeah, this is not something you want to happen to your personal information.
Right, and I know for convenience sake, we always, click the remember me on this device, remember my password, autofill it the next time, keep all your passwords in your Google account. I don't do that just because I would rather manually put it in and change it often without having to have it automatically done, which puts me more at risk for some type of identity theft or security threat. And who has time for that? I did have my security was compromised maybe 4 or 5 years ago. All of a sudden I started getting a bill from T-Mobile. I'm like, I don't have a T-Mobile account. Like, what is this? And so I was opening the bills and I'm like, what? And so called them, and someone had opened an account under my name, and literally 2 weeks later, this person had opened up accounts under my husband's name.
Oh my gosh.
So we think that they might have gotten a hold of some tax information somehow. Yeah, exciting. So we had to lock our security, our identity and our social security numbers, all of our information. We had to lock it down, do all of the 1-2 years of checking before we unfroze our credit.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a nightmare, but that was just with T-Mobile. Like, imagine if someone had taken out a loan or a car, exactly. I'm like, I can deal with this $100 thing. I caught it, and let's get on with it.
Right.
But any other damage, I can't even imagine.
No,
I can't.
Such a headache to deal with all that.
Oh,
but you have to protect your identity.
Definitely.
It's so easy to lose, Ed.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to be very, very careful. And my question has been and will always be, why can't these bad people, these hackers, be good citizens and get a real job and just stop with it, But I guess they're trying to make money off of other people and steal our valuable information as well. Well, I don't have an Apple, but I've got a pretty smart phone. It's a lot smarter than I am. And I have the security package that is provided by Verizon. And it seems to work very well. And I use McAfee on my personal computer at home. I think I pay about $60 a year for the upgrade or something like that. Well worth it, because it just seems like cyber attacks continue to get worse and worse. And now we've got governments around the world that our adversaries are doing the same thing, using these hacking techniques to, to break into, the computer systems of major corporations. You remember the pipeline situation, the gas pipeline. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If they can break into a major pipeline and shut down fuel to a major region of the country for a few days, they can definitely get into our phones if we're not careful. So really important to take precautions.
Yeah, and you might be thinking, why would anybody want my phone? Well, they want your credit card information.
Exactly.
or an email or a picture of you in some type of compromising situation where they can then blackmail you. There are so many different situations out there. So always keep your phone locked, number one. Don't be the person who never has their settings set to lock automatically after a few minutes. Yeah, make sure it locks, make sure you lock it, and then make sure your individual apps also have passwords that are different from one another. And don't store those passwords on your phone.
Oh my goodness, Jessica said she got her credit report last year when she was looking for a house. Turns out she apparently owns 2 jet skis she didn't know about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then unless the bill is coming to your house,
Right.
or you're checking your credit, every week, which, most people don't do, yeah, that's pretty bad. And then by the time you're, applying for a legitimate loan for yourself, this shows up and you're now stuck in a situation where you're like, oh, I guess I have to fix that first. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That just doesn't help anything.
No. Well, good to keep tabs on these things, good to do the updates, and we try to do our part in making you aware of these situations when they happen so you can take proactive measures.
Carol said if they got mine, they would start a GoFundMe.
Oh, Carol.
I love Carol Harris.
She's so funny.
I do. She makes me laugh. By the way, somebody else said that they keep their credit frozen all the time. And I probably just unfreeze it when they know they're going to
use it
and then freeze it back. And I think that's a great idea. I might consider that just because, we don't use it all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Only when we're making major purchases. So.
All right, this is a great first conversation. We have another one coming up. Let's get to our morning headlines, though, before we get to that. We do have some new updates here about COVID quarantine issues forcing Randolph County schools to switch to remote learning today. Starting today, all Southwestern Randolph Middle School students and all Eastern Randolph High School students will learn at home. In a message posted to the school's Facebook pages, the principals said they do not have enough staff to run the schools right now due to COVID-19. Remote learning starts today for just those 2 schools and runs through September 24th. Parents and students can pick up Chromebooks at the schools today. There's also a sign up for any family needing breakfast or lunch pickups each day. The Greensboro City Council voted to move forward with a project that'll bring safety cameras to Greensboro. The police department said this is part of an effort to cut down on crime. The city plans to install 10 of them on certain streets, including Spring Garden, Market, and Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. The police department said it chose these locations based on crime data.
A part of Bethabara Road in Winston-Salem will remain closed as crews work to fix a water line. The water line break happened Monday, creating this large sinkhole in the road. Crews fixed one part of the pipe, partially restoring water service to nearby homes and businesses. The second pipe, though, needs repairs. The city says Bethabara from Old Town Road to Silas Creek Parkway will remain closed until it's fixed. Job hunters are looking for work, and the good news is companies are hiring. NC Work says in the last 30 days, more than 375 new jobs were listed in Davidson County. So head there today if you are looking for a job. There's an outdoor job fair in Lexington today, and our IT News McMiller has more on how they're working to reach people looking for work.
Well, between 9 and noon today, job seekers can come out. And what makes this hiring event different is the first hour is carved out for our veterans. They'll get first dibs to speak with employers. 11 different companies will have booths set up outside. Most positions are assembly, manufacturing, and production work. Even though the fair is small, some businesses have up to 40 openings. NC Work says job seekers need to come ready for on-site interviews and potential job offers. They say employers are in desperate need to fill positions.
Or what they have been doing the last few weeks or the last few months, they've been going to work or going to interviews, getting job offers, making the offer, going and having a set date to start, and then they're not showing up on the first day, or they'll go in and work an hour and then not return.
NC Works is offering free workshops to those who need help prepping for interviews and updating their resumes. They're also offering mock interviews to ensure those who want to work secure a job. Again, today's hiring event is from 9 a.m. to noon here in Lexington at High Rock Church. And NC Works says if the turnout is good, they'll have a second hiring event next month. And if you can't make it out, you can always give NC Works a call.
Let's get to our next talker. We're feeling festive here on the Good Morning Show. If you're a big fan of the holiday season, this is for you.
So, what holidays do you love every year that they come around? Because the countdown actually starts now. There are 45 days until Halloween, 70 days from Thanksgiving, 100 days from Christmas, and 107 days away from the new year. 2022. Will it be better than 2021 and 2020? We'll see.
We're talking about this on our Facebook pages here. Rhonda wrote on my page, looking forward to celebrating Christmas because I will be turning 60 years young. December 25th, Christmas baby. Yeah, Barbara said, Thanksgiving, it's peaceful and not cooking a big meal. That's true. Ken said, I've never been able to experience Halloween and passing out candy living in condos most of my adult life. Now having a house, I'm excited for the holidays.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun to decorate your own home.
Yeah, so Ed, you are similar to Ken because you have a condo, a very nice one, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And it is kind of a pain because trick-or-treaters don't come through. I mean, our security is like Fort Knox.
Nice.
So,
That's good, though.
no, and I don't even think any kids live there, to be honest with you. But anyway, I kind of miss that. But I got to say, my favorite holidays, I love Thanksgiving, but I especially love Christmas. Now on Thanksgiving, my family comes to Greensboro because normally I work on Thanksgiving Day because, we're here early and get out early so you can still eat and visit with family. My mom is all about K&W, folks. You know what I'm talking about? And they have a nice little setup there, the Thanksgiving dinner, so we go there. But I got to say that Christmas, getting together with friends and family, we do eat at my mom's house. She's 84, but she cooks for an army of people. And we're talking about good Southern food as well, but also the meaning of Christmas and being able to reflect back on the blessings that God has given me over the past year and my entire life, actually. Christmas just has a special, special meaning in my heart.
Yeah, Christmas is definitely top of my list. I will wait all year for Christmas, and that's probably why my kids also wait all year for Christmas. They just bypass anything else. So this is what I want from Santa. I'm like, really, guys? Are we talking about this in March? So yeah, Christmas is definitely my favorite. But I wrote on the feed, I love any holiday that I'm off and I'm able to stay at home because it's not always an option. And for several years, it was never an option.
Yeah.
So now that it is becoming more frequent, I love it.
I love seeing the holidays through a child's eyes. I was able to experience all that last year. My son Christian was born New Year's Day 2020 and then got to have all of his first holidays. And so this year, he's really such a fun age to really kind of know what we're doing and experience it and see the magic of those holidays. So I'm super excited. I've always loved Halloween. I don't know what it is about Halloween. I kind of love spooky things. My birthday's in October. I love, good old-fashioned trick-or-treating, which hardly anybody does anymore. I guess it depends on where you live, what neighborhood you live, if you have kids and people who participate. But I'm really excited for Halloween. Got my son's costume. He's going to be a little blue shark.
Nice.
Ooh.
Is he baby shark?
Well, he would like to think so.
Okay.
Actually, a big boy shark, he would like to
Got
think.
it.
But yes, super cute.
That also fits in the song.
Yes.
Awesome. So Halloween, I guess I gotta get on that since now it's real.
Hey, you
So
can
the
recycle
45 days-
outfits. I mean, little guy has like a...
Oh yeah, he's set. The
He's
baby
set.
is set because all of Josiah's costumes. I'm talking about like Josiah and Simone, but they're so low key. They get that from me. I'm so low key. And then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to Saturday.
Yeah. That's a holiday in itself, a weekend, right? Okay, we have so many Christmas lovers on our feed. Bobby said Thanksgiving and Christmas. Love them both. Carol's excited about her birthday. Her son is also celebrating a birthday. She has a busy couple of months. We heard from, I'm scrolling through, we have so many coming in. Bobby's talking about sweet potato pies. Ed, I think does your mom make those?
Oh, my mom has made
K&W.
them, but my grandmother, Matthew, I think you can get at K&W. You can get anything at K&W, you know what I'm saying? I think that's part of the package, but I do love me some sweet potato. Good and good for you.
Oh, yeah. So
sometimes good for you.
If you don't eat too much.
Depending on how much
you put
sugar
in it.
and butter is on it, yeah.
Yeah. You have to have both. I mean, that's just, We'll be here all day if I have to explain that one.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, Carol makes homemade ravioli for Christmas dinner. She's excited about that. Isaac is like me, loves Halloween and all the festivities that come with that. So.
Nice. All right. So as we think about fall and Christmas and all the holidays ahead, we're also thinking about the heat that we'll feel today. But it's almost over.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about sweet potato pie. Let me change gears in my brain here and get focused on that 7-day. And the story is we're going to see more clouds over the next few days, but the rain chances are not going to be significant. Now, all that deep layer moisture providing flooding along the Gulf Coast from the leftovers of Nicholas, most of that is going to stay well south of the triad, but the outer fringe moisture starts to build in the form of clouds. We'll see kind of sun and clouds today in mid-80s, but tomorrow and on into Friday and even Saturday, I think a lot of extra clouds, but still a low shower or storm chance, about a 30 to 40% chance. Look at the highs tomorrow, only into the lower 80s with those extra clouds. We're back into the mid-80s by the weekend. And even though we do have some chance of showers over the weekend, I don't think it's a reason to cancel any outdoor plans. Just keep in the back of your mind that you may have to dodge a shower, primarily afternoon and evening variety.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm tired.
So Ed, I have to tell you, my mom just let me know that she and Christian, my son, are watching this. And
Christian, hi, Mama Malaris.
Christian's obsessed with Ed. He loves saying his name.
That's cool.
That is so sweet.
Yeah. So he has like variations of saying Ed's name. Sometimes it's Esh. Sometimes it's A, sometimes it's E, Ed,
But make sure you answer to all of them, Ed.
Yeah.
I know. I gotta pay Christian a visit. We've been social distancing and rightfully so, and that's understandable. But I do want to meet him before he goes to college.
One of these days. Maybe he'll be a meteorologist someday. Never know.
That would be fantastic. I'd like that.
Well, remember this moment. Esh.
Esh.
I love that. Well, Christian, here's your special shout out.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching us here on After GMS. Your mama misses and loves you, and we can't wait to see you again. And thanks so much for all of you joining us here on our feed as well. We do this every single day, Monday through Friday at 7:45 on the News 2 Facebook page.
Have a great day.
Take care.